niggas always talking, I'm like, fuck it, let them chat. I've been getting money, you know I can live with that. Legend in my city, winning, showed it on the map. And if I leave this bitch tomorrow, they gon' quote it as a fact. I'm like, who the hell could stop me? Carbon copies on my timeline. Get up out your ego, learn to think with your divine mind. Main role in my movie, get that boot if you ain't acting right. Biting on my style, these niggas rapping with some appetite. Better know where you at night. Ride around with that strap at night. Catch me flicking ashes, thumping funky at your traffic light. Tipping out my bottle, all in honor of my dead. Swear these niggas want no drama on my mama, on your head. I was raised to be that way, you just can't hold it, G. Being a block, I'm on my pivot like I'm supposed to be. Clocking digits with them niggas who been close to me. Popping shit and putting dick all in her ovaries. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too play for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too play for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. Who gon' tell your tale if you don't leave no good impression? You ain't mad at me, little bitch, you mad at your reflection. Working on my hoodoo, burning sage for my protection. But if that shit there don't work, you know we brought that Smith & Wesson. I ain't stressing, found my blessing in the lowest state. She tell me, Xavier, please come over, though she know it's late. I could've went and beat that down, instead I chose to wait. I been that nigga in my city, that ain't no debate. See, once you learn to drop your feelings, you might drop your ceilings. I talk to God about my dealings when they got my healings. Don't point my way with all that drama, I be about my commas. What's worse about your lack of papers, you ain't got no honor. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too play for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too play for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground.
Smartphone for the dumb bread, clip full of the bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset on the next move, no time for the head game. Kush pack in the backpack, nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the dumb bread, clip full of the bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the break cane. Mindset for the next move, no time for the head game.
I'm a player, you a parody. Bad bitch, two braids like a Cherokee. So much that I might need a parody. Smoke dope and I might need therapy. I be fly than a bitch, young parakeet. Apparently, these niggas don't know who I be. Last time I came to the show, so you paid at the door. And I slid in, no ID. You ain't cold like me. Know you see the name in neon. Prime time shit like Dion. Niggas ain't peas, they peons. Hit it in the bed, bad beyond. Neck on froze, on Freon. I ain't gotta tell her that we on. Shawty know she heard of the band and the brand and the type shit we on. Fuck they beyond. Got a nigga leading this shit like eons. He a fan, he a windmill. Top down on the coast, got a wind chill. Bottom grill, big fur, nigga chinchill. Tell him simmer down, sit still. Switch flows like knobs on the faucet. Tell him I need all of the profit. I'm off for the week shit. Probably off for a week shit. With a queen at the crib, got it looking like freak Nick. My flight about to head from the runway. It's noon, getting head on a Monday. Sunbathed on the beach on a Sunday. Niggas still getting paid from the one play. Pulled up into what you call it, eating on that, can't pronounce it. They seen I ain't announced it. Doing numbers like 8 accountants, ducked off by the lake and mountains. Might make it sound like
back in the backpack, knapsack. Smartphone for the done bread. Clip full of the bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the bread cane. Mindset for the next move. No time for the head game. I'm a vibe, I'm a trip, I'm a journey. I'm a dog at the game in the gurney. Yo, bitch probably came with the scurvy. She be playing more games than attorney. Turn up, turn wheel on the yacht deck. Cold drink, hardwood and a hot neck. Grotesque protest when I shop wreck. Gotta now give a fuck who got next. 8 good tall glass of the Merlot. Pin gang got the cash on turbo. Teed up with the iron like Top Golf. New whip with the top piece chopped off. Off work I came to play. 2 blunts tall Tanqueray. Don't simp get paid today. That hate can't make a stay. Out west where the Lakers stay. And I'm still up getting to the bread like aisle 3. If it ain't about that, don't dial me. Put a little right in your act, baby. Do it for your bread and your black babies. Nigga, don't flex, just build muscle. I'm up, I still hustle. Ball game like Bill Russell. Rap game on Chris Wallace. Nigga wanna switch wallets. Give a fuck what a bitch call it. No shit for the faint of heart. Get rich, nigga, play your part. 5 bands, 2 days apart. This shit like ancient art. And I'm still in the hood like an engine. Slide 4 deep, done division. Papa my shit for the pension. Pretty little freak in the mentions. Checking her physique at dimensions. Let a nigga peep your position. In that backpack. Nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the done bread. Clip full of the bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the bread cane. Mindset on the next move. No time for the head game. Kush pack in the backpack. Nap time in the knapsack. Smartphone for the done bread. Clip full of the bad bitch in the bed frame. Same one for the bread cane. Mindset for the next move. No time for the head game.
Turning practice to perfection took some trying. Who'da thought that I'd get my next blessing from some lines? I turned this rap shit into my profession and defied all they projections. No ceiling on what's manifesting in my mind, cause I get stronger when the pressure build. More hunger, what's next to kill. Grind with the time I had and get paid over time. This so refined, just peep the detail. And it's all for retail. I used to get my inspo from the store that was for... Now we don't cross my mind so much cause everything hot. I don't even check the traffic flow cause everything fly. Before us whips, now I got extra keys. Just text my lady, I'm the greatest, she said yes indeed. Can't play it safe, I'm taking risks cause I know what could be. Where that could lead, you best believe I'll be the first to see. I paid the price to know my worth so I can't work for free. And put my soul in every moment, it's all sacrifice just by what you think worth the bleed. What you think worth the scars? Girl, it's way more to the world than fancy cars. We gon' live today, we might not see tomorrow. You gon' miss the galaxy, try and see the stars. Contemplate daily what's gon' get us far. No need to buy the world cause it's already ours. And I'm no longer searching for another reason. When I'm through with this earth, I might just rise up out the dirt and ball another season. 20s, 50s, 100s, I wanted it's mine. Planning the purchase, I'm buying land and the purpose divine. Pull out a famine, one roof to stack, it won't cost them a dime. Fill me up seeing my people eat, that's the mark of a done. Can't be losing focus in the clutch, that's gonna cost you your prime. I took precaution, man, been at work since I first saw the sign. X by my cursive and I ain't slipped since I dotted the line. Make sure the ethic match my ambition and wait for the time when drinks is on me. Thanks I don't need. I done had this plan since both jeans and long tees. No extended hands that didn't feed, I'm on freeze. Cause I ain't got the battery to spin, I'm low key. I done put my TK in 10 times, no lie, I did the job. Had to wash my hands on wind, lay down at night and get to God. It have been so many times inside, I thought when nothing left. I was on my way up thinking I would fall, but took a step.
What's going on? How y'all doing on this Sunday night? Hope everybody's alright. Mm-mm-mm. I ain't gonna be up here too long. Just gotta get some things off my mind as we start the week off. Somebody asked me recently, what color pill do I represent? And I've been saying for a while that I was red pill adjacent, and I still hold on to that because I do tell people the truth. I do be harsh. I don't beat around the bush. I do give people reality. I don't have time to pat nobody on the butt and saying, it ain't this, it ain't that. It's, you know, I give people the real. But I kept doing a little bit more research. I kept doing a little bit more research. Excuse me. And excuse me. And what I realized is that a lot of red pill guys, and I done said this on several occasions, is that the red pill guys they tell the truth, but they be extreme. They tell the truth, but they be extreme. Like they give you reality. They try to tell you, don't be comfortable in what's going on in the world, but they be extreme. Cause when it come down to dealing with relationships, when it come down to dealing with relationships, when it come down to something simple as men and women, it be so extreme that no matter what happens, whenever, no matter what's going on in the world, it's never your fault as a man. Society got parts of the problem. Feminism, liberation, you name it, is everything. Is everything with you as a man. I call cap. I call cap. I just I just watched that Andrew Wilson and Coach Greg Adams debate. I ain't watch all of it, but I watched enough of it to get the gist of what was going on, what the topics was, and it's basically what I be saying a lot of times is control. See, a lot of these cats out here that are always claiming this society is women working, is women getting their education, is feminism, is sexual liberation, whatever the case may be. A lot of these cats just want control. And I said it in numerous times before, is that just like with slavery, before we were free, before our ancestors were free people, master said we were some good niggas. Whether he was in the field or whether he was in the house, he was a good nigga. As long as he had control. Then the minute master lost control, niggas bad. And I just said this on numerous occasions, and I know I don't like saying it, but I have to say it because that's the only analogy I can think of for what I hear is that um y'all have to excuse my family members. So you're gonna hear a lot of them in the background. Just pay them no man. But anyway, so just like with slavery, Men, whether black, white, whatever the case may be, had a control over their women. They had control. It was not too long ago that the laws changed to where a man can actually grape his wife and not be convicted of it. Women was considered property, just like slaves were considered property. So when I'm hearing these red pill guys talk, these manosphere guys talk, it's all about trying to make a woman look like a property. It's all about trying to make a woman be their property. They have total control over it. See, that's me telling the truth. That's me telling the truth and saying it's a lot of we guys out here that need things to say the same. They need the tradition. They need the structure of the good book or whatever religion that they follow in order to say what they say about how women are acting in 2025. They need structure in order to have control. That's what the red pill really about. They need structure so they can have control over women. Because everything else is telling the truth and you get your money up and get yourself in better physical shape, mental health, and all that right there. I agree with all that. I agree with all that. But when it comes down to relationships, it's all about control. And what be so funny is a lot of these guys want control, but they don't want to be controlled. They don't want to be controlled. They only want structure when it counts for their control over women. They don't want to go to no structured environment. They ain't got enough patience to sit down in the chair and actually get their education, but then say women are cheating the system because they going to school and getting their education, but you ain't got time to go to college. You rather hit the ground running in the workforce and pick up a trade and try to make you a couple of dollars, which is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but a lot of guys they try and fail or don't try at all, and then get mad, get upset that a female come behind them and beat them because the laws let them beat them, because society let them beat them. Then they come on YouTube or TikTok or whatever the case may be and get to complaining, talking about life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. See, a lot of you guys, y'all like listening to that red pill conversation. Y'all like listening to that red pill content. But a lot of you got blue pill. I ain't even gonna say your purple pill. A lot of you got blue pill. A lot of you got blue pill because you ain't got no balls. You ain't got no balls. You passive. You talk a lot of crap online. You beat your chest like you Tarzan or a gorilla or whatever the case may be. But in real life, you have no balls. You have no power. You duck and dodge. You hide in corners. You hide in back alleys and stuff like that, hoping that somebody will come along and knock the big bad woman down so you can feel like a man again. Be honest with yourself. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Like I said, I studied the pills not too long ago, and I was trying to see where my content fits as far as pills. Pills. Where my content fits. Red pill, yeah, it fits. Because I tell the truth. My content fits on the red pill because I tell the truth. Because I expose emotional manipulation. I talk about that a whole lot. So yeah, I can tell the truth, but like I said, when it comes down to women, when it comes down to dealing with women, yeah, I don't have them issues. I don't have them problems. I don't have them issues. I don't have no problems. And I go through a lot of problems. And I did y'all. Told y'all that. I go through a lot of problems. But as far as what goes on with women, I don't have to sit up here and cry online and talk about I need somebody to help me out. I need somebody to teach me something that my dad didn't teach me. My dad didn't teach me a lot of shit. So yeah, a lot of y'all niggas soft. A lot of y'all niggas blue pill. A lot of y'all niggas beta. Whatever box y'all want to put yourselves on, a lot of y'all guys ain't red pill. A lot of y'all guys ain't red pill. I'm not red pill. I got traits of red pill. I say it's about I'm red pill adjacent. But a lot of y'all guys ain't red pill. Y'all know what's going on, but y'all shake it. A lot of y'all got black pill. Y'all see destruction. Y'all see the end of relationships as y'all know it. You don't want to get married. You don't want to be in no long term relationships. You just want some box. You just want some box. But you don't want to be in no relationships. Then I hear pink pill. I know y'all ain't female, but a lot of y'all act like little broads. A lot of y'all act like little broads. I was told once upon a time about purple pill. I ain't passive. White pill. See, my content is more green pill. My content is more green pill. I'm about growth. I'm about building, professional and personal. That's what I'm about. I ain't trying to bogart on nobody's shows. I ain't trying to talk over everybody and all that right there. I don't need all that attention like that. I'm not begging for attention like that. I sit in my corner of YouTube and I talk my little shit. I point out the flaws and the fallacies of people on the day to day, and I call this shit out. By sitting up here trying to tell men and women how to be better men and women, how to grow. That's what I do. That's what I do. Little red accents, little traces of red pill, but I'm green pill. That's how I get down. That's how I rock. I'm green pill and proud of it. I ain't got time for bullshit. And speaking of bullshit, a lot of y'all guys be killing me, trying to finagle a way to try to keep control over your finances, for you to try to finagle a way to keep a way to control women, trying to cut costs. You don't want to take them out on dates, trying to minimalize things. I mean, I'm a minimalist myself, but my God, trying to plan your budgets. I mean, things happen. You might have everything to a T, but then something out the blue happens and you have to change the plan. Things happen. But see, a lot of y'all guys, y'all be trying to keep it a certain way so y'all won't have to do too much while getting everything out of it. And I feel you. You want to get the best bang for the buck. I got you. I got you. But this is one thing I know. No matter how much saving you're trying to do, just to save a dollar. No matter how many moves you try to do just to save a dollar. An empire builder puts systems in place to make $100, $1,000, $10,000. That's the difference between a lot of you guys that's complaining and guys that's actually doing it. To the ones that complain all the time, they scared. They scared money. They believe it's scared money. And coming from where I come from, scared money don't make no money. Now you ain't gotta be no fool with your money. Cause we all know a fool and his money soon will part. I've seen that plenty of times in my life. Shit, I'd have been foolish a couple of times in my life. So I know how that go. But scared money don't make no money. And again, a lot of you guys move in fear when it comes down to your relationships. A lot of you guys move in fear when it comes down to your money. A lot of you guys gamble but won't invest. You don't have a problem. You don't have a problem going all out your way to go to the gas station, go to the corner store, and spend your money on scratch offs. You ain't got no problem doing that all day, every day. But you got a problem investing money into the stock market. That's gambling and fear. That's gambling and fear. See, I do a little gambling, you know what I'm saying? Been plays a couple of bets over the past couple of days. Ain't here yet, you know what I'm saying? But it cool. Because I'm also investing in stocks and crypto and all that type of shit right there. So I got a little balance going on with my portfolio. So I got a little money to play around with. Then I got money I invest with. I got money I play around with, and I got money I invest with. You feel what I'm saying? I got a little balance. See, a lot of you guys will go get $10 and bet 9 of them on scratch offs. A lot of y'all will get $10 and bet 9 of them on parlays or going down to the casino. A lot of y'all would just do that. Trying to get something for nothing. Trying to get something for nothing. And when it don't work, you complain. When you can't get what you want, trying to get something for nothing, you get to complaining. But when I tell you to invest, to make better moves, to make power moves, y'all look at me strange. Y'all looking like I don't know what I'm talking about. That be the pride. See, it's easy for me to get up here and tell y'all to go blow all your money fast. Go blow all your money. Go do that. Go gamble. Do all that. But when I start telling you to invest and make better decisions with your money, you get to looking at me like I'm an alien or something like that, like I don't know what I'm talking about. But then you feel some type of way when your counterparts are taking advantage of the same system that you could take advantage of. And you say that because they're a certain color or a certain financial status, you can't do what they do. You can gamble like they gamble. They gamble. We ain't the only ones that gamble. We ain't the only community that gamble. They gamble too. Probably gamble harder than we do. But when it comes down to the investing part, oh no, we can't do that part. That take too much work. That take too much effort. Take too much time. You can't do that part. And then what's so funny is because of your gambling habits, because of your bad habits, you'll try to cut corners. You'll try to cut corners so you can do your little issue, have your little gambling issues going on. You know what I'm saying? Your little vices or whatever the case may be. You'll cut corners. But like when I sit up here and hear the government shut down and everybody freaking out because they ain't get their food stamps in November. A lot of y'all that ain't getting y'all stamps don't use y'all stamps no way. Y'all sell them. If we just gonna be 100. Y'all sell them. Y'all don't do nothing with them. Y'all sell them. Go buy your weed. Go buy your drinks. Go buy your clothes. Go buy your weeds. You get rid of it. You get rid of it. See, you taking food out your kid's mouth. And been taking food out your kid's mouth for centuries. Well, not centuries, but generations. You're taking food out of your kid's mouth and then telling them to repeat the process when they have kids. And taking food out their mouth so you can still have a certain lifestyle you want to live. You're cutting corners to live a certain lifestyle. You can't get the food that they really need for a healthy reason. No, you want to get them bullshit because you need to sell some of them stamps because you need money for Chris Brown tickets. Or you need money because the new 12s, the hit. So you taking food out your kids' mouth to finance your lifestyle. You cutting corners. And then get to complaining when somebody take your expendable income away from you that you're supposed to be using to take care of your kids. So you're doing a lot of cutting, you're doing a lot of cost cutting, you're doing a lot of budgeting and everything to make sure you still can take care of your lifestyle. But again, somebody that's actually about their life, about their business, they ain't looking at cost. They looking at reinvestments. They looking at trying to build a system to make money. You don't supposed to stay on government assistance your whole life. Your government assistance is a bridge to help you get back on. You messed up, you're down on the bottom and all that right there. Everybody been at that point in time. And it's only there to help you get up from the bottom so you can get on to the next step in life. But instead of you getting to the next step, you stay stagnant. You don't want to go nowhere because you don't want to lose that crutch. You don't want to lose that crutch. But the one that's actually getting to it will use the crutch for what it is and gone on about their business and build and build and build and build. They build and build and build and build. Because when you look at the millionaires, the billionaires, when you look at the men and the women that actually go get it, they don't think the limitations. They have no limits. They move like they want to move. They thinking with leverage. They thinking with leverage. And to you guys, they're looking at the price of the box, the cost of women, the cost of dating, and all that right there. You're trying to outsave inflation. You're trying to outsave inflation. You'll never outsave inflation. When you listen to, when you look at the economy, I say this a lot. When you look at the economy, I can tell you what the price of the relationship is gonna be. If everything had been inflated, as far as your everything needs, as far as household goods and everything, if everything had been inflated on their way, you know the price of companionship has been inflated, right? And again, you're trying to cut corners because of the price of inflation. You can't out save inflation. If you got a savings account right now in your bank, your savings account is not doing nothing with the cost of inflation. You lose. You're supposed to know that. See, I know I look like the typical hood nigga. I don't know nothing. I'm just a dude from Memphis, but again, I study stuff. Having a savings account now with inflation, getting ate up. And not to mention all the bubbles we're in right now. You got a 401k now, it's gonna get ate up. So you can't outsave inflation. You can't outsave inflation. You can't beat inflation. You can't cut enough corners to beat the price of money, inflation. You can't do it. There's no way for you to do it. But what you can do is outsmart the market. You can outsmart it. You'll never outsave it. You're never gonna save enough money to beat inflation. But you can outsmart it. You can create a system. See, your system consists of a structure. Going back to structure. But see, I don't need a book, a Bible, a religion to give me structure. I was told a long time ago that if I didn't believe in the words in the Bible, if I didn't believe it, I didn't have to follow. I was told that a long time ago. If I didn't believe the Bible, I didn't have to follow. And as I got older and older and older, I realized that all the religions, damn near every religion on the place of this earth, damn near every religion on the planet had the same story. Different hero, same bad guy. Different hero, same bad guy. And I'm always like, well, if that's the case, why do I need a religion if all of them tell the same story? Why do I need a religion when they all tell the same story? But one thing about religion is that it's structured. And if you ever read the 4 Day Laws of Power, one of the laws of power is you can turn anything into a quote unquote religion. You can turn any ideology into a cult. It's all what you're trying to get out of this religion you're creating. See, the red pill is a religion. It's a cult. It's a cult. You pull on emotional triggers. You fake it till you make it. You act like you're balling out of control, but you're using your followers' money. Sound familiar? How many times you went to the church house and put some in that collection plate and see the pastor riding around in some fire, house big as hot outdoors, and you struggling in the hood? You on your hands and knees praying to God that the lights don't get cut off, and you go to the church and tell preacher man, Lord, I need help. And he ain't got nothing to give. But you better make sure you put your 10% in that collection plate every Sunday. Or else God gonna be mad at you. Okay. It don't take much. You just gotta follow certain tenets in order to create an ideology into a cult or religion. Anything could be a religion. All you need is your brand, who you are as a person, who you are as a man, who you are as a woman. That's your brand. The content you put out, your message, your word, your network of people, your friends, your family, your colleagues, associates, whatever the case may be. And your persuasion, your ability to sell, your ability to persuade people to believe in what you believe in. That's the framework right there to turn your average house cutting budgeting ass into a boss. To take your scared money into boss money. You see it every day when you turn on your app, the little red app with the arrow in it. You see it every day. Is that they took an ideology with a little charisma, a little hushpa. They huddled up and became buddy buddy. You know what I'm saying? They all push the same message. It's damn, like I said, with religion, we got so many different content creators telling you the same story. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. And guess who the bad guy at the end? Women. Ain't that crazy? Different individuals pushing the same message in their little tight little network of friends, and they all learned how to say it. They all followed the same script and been doing it for 15 years. And this is just them getting over on y'all, just like Preacher Man get over on y'all when they have them conferences, all them little conferences and everything. You know, y'all done saying close the doors. And y'all do the same thing. Different little ego, different little charisma, different little swags. They preach the word. They had a little network of partners, folks they call on, for an alley. And they hit you with that emotional trigger. They know how you feel because all y'all praying for hope. All y'all praying for a way out. All y'all looking for a gamble. All y'all looking for something for nothing. That's how the pimps and the preachers and the politicians be getting y'all. It's right there in the book. 48 laws of power. It's right there in the book. All you gotta do is pick it up and understand it. All you gotta do is pick it up and learn it. You could turn whatever idea you got in your head right now that's churning and churning and churning. You could take that idea and make it into $1 million empire if you want to. They do it every day in your face. They do it every day in your face. Same with the hustlers. You got ideas. You can sit out there and stand on the corner all day and sell nickels and dimes, and you got a pocket full of pills or whatever the case may be. You can do all that. And certain D-boys, they a brand. They a brand. The content is the drugs. The network is they plugs. And the influence is my ability to give you what you want and get what I want out the deal. My ability to feed on your need to get high and get money out your pocket. Everybody does that in some shape, form, or fashion. It's just that everybody want to lowball themselves while doing it. Everybody want to lowball themselves. Or they'll tell you how much they're spending on this, that, and the third to get you to feel some type of way for their spending. It's like, no, bro, you spending the money you're spending because you want to put out the product you want to put out. That's the price of doing business. You don't want to cut costs because you don't want to fall behind. You don't want to look cheap. But you also complain about the cost you're spending. Bosses don't complain about the cost they're spending. They know expenses are details. Every little dime you spend on your StreamYard or your Canva or your microphone or your editing, whatever you're spending, you know you're gonna spend it. Them just minor details on the road. Empires are direction. Empires are direction. When you build up the infrastructure to lead people in a certain direction, the money gonna come. Instead of you thinking how you can cut corners, you're thinking like how I can make more money, how I can get a bigger cash flow. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Is build an empire. Plan for an empire. Expenses are going to be there. If you're going to be in any industry, legal or illegal, you're going to have to spend the bread in that industry to be a boss. You're going to have to take the risk. You're going to have to spend the money. But you can't start spending the money and talking about, oh, I'm spending too much money. Have different strokes for different folks, depending on how you look at your content, depending on how you look at your hustles, depending on how you look at your empire growth. Is some things ain't needed. It ain't that you're cutting costs because you don't want to pay that no more. It's like, I don't need it. Why invest money into something I don't need? Why invest time into something I don't need? Why invest attention into something I don't need? I could take that away. Get rid of it. I don't need it no more. I can throw it away. I don't need it. And take all that back. The money and the energy and the attention and the time I just put into this thing I don't need them. I could take that back and reinvest it in something else that I'm already spending money on. Spend a little bit more money on. Spend a little bit more money on to expand the empire. But see, we don't want to do that. We really don't want to expand. We really don't want to build. We'll talk about building. We'll talk about building. But when we look at that bottom line on how much it costs to build something, we don't want to pay that cost. We don't want to pay that tax. It costs too much. It costs too much to do this. It costs too much to do that. It costs too much on that bottom line. But you want to grow. But you don't want to spend that bread. You want your relationship to grow with women, with men, but you don't want to spend that time. You don't want to spend that money. You want something for nothing. Because you a man, because you a woman, you feel like you deserve certain things out of men. You feel like you deserve certain things out of women, but you don't want to spend the time. You don't want to spend the money. You don't want to give up the energy. You don't want to give up the attention. Oh. You don't want to do nothing. You look at that bottom line, you say that total for what I really want costs too much. For that direction I want to go in life, I don't want to go that way because it costs too much. And I'm not finna sacrifice. I'm not finna give up anything to go in this direction that's gonna give me more. trust me, when I talk the thing, when I say the things I say, it took me a lot of years to realize that I messed up along the way. I didn't have to go the path I went in life. I could have went to college. I wanted to run the streets. I wanted to mess with girls. I wanted to try to get quick money. I could have went to college. But I didn't want to sacrifice. I didn't want to give up smoking and drinking and messing around with little girls when I was a teenager. I didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to give up the little kicking in doors and stealing cars, robbing stores. I didn't want to give it up. I didn't want to sacrifice to be better. It was when I started getting older and older and seeing kids and wife and all that right there, and I'm still at the bottom. Still at the bottom. I'm good at bullshit, but I'm still at the bottom. I'm good at the bottom. But I got responsibilities. I got things I got to do, and I'm at the bottom. I had to change my mindset. I had to get it right. I got to do what I got to do for me and mine. I can't worry about the cost every time something need to be done. I can't do that. I can't do that. Which goes back to what I said about the government lock, the shutdown. Y'all act like y'all can't do nothing because you ain't getting that free. They ain't giving you nothing, so you can't do nothing. You can't do nothing but complain because you ain't getting nothing for free. Instead of getting up off your ass and trying to find some way to take care of yours, you're gonna sit back and complain talking about you can't get nothing. You don't want to get out your comfort zone. You don't want to get out your comfort zone to take care of your business. You'd rather sit there and complain, talking about you ain't getting no stamps. How you gonna build an empire? How you gonna grow? You can't. You ain't. You won't. Until you start taking the limitations off your brain. Until you create a system, an infrastructure that helps you get money while you sleep. Until you create a system or infrastructure, a strategy to get the man or the woman you want in life, you're gonna always be cutting costs. You're gonna always be budgeting just to save $1. Just so you won't get hurt, just so you won't get burnt. You're gonna always try to cut a corner instead of going out there and doing what you need to do and get what you want. You're gonna sit back and say, I can't do nothing. My hands are tied. It costs too much. I gotta do this. I gotta worry about that. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for that. One of the main reasons our kids fail in school is not because of the teachers, it's because of us, the parents. We don't take time out of our day. Yeah, you might be working 1 or 2 jobs. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, you might have a lot of things going on, but your kids are important. And you mean tell me you can't take time out of your day to help your kids become better people? You rather just put a tablet or a phone in their face and let them go? Let social media control them? Let corns control them, let all type of bad things control them, and then they take that to school, they take that outside and everything, and then when they act the damn fool, you say, I don't know what happened. But you don't say nothing to my child. Don't put your hands on my child. But you ain't trying to teach your child right from wrong. You're making excuses on why you're making the excuse to try to get out of being a good parent. Because everything you got going on in reality, that's reality, is gonna happen. You gotta go to work. You gotta pay bills. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Life ain't easy. But because life ain't easy, you want to complain. And then, not only do you want to complain, you slick want to watch your kids struggle. Because you struggle. A lot of you mamas, a lot of you daddies, you don't want to see your daughters and sons become better people. You don't want to see them get out of the gutter. You want them to be in the gutter with your ass. Because anytime they get out, that's showing you that you failed. You failed. They came up with a strategy. They came up with a plan to get out of their bad situations, and you don't like that because you didn't want to do it. You didn't want to reinvest in yourself. You cut corners. You cut corners and dealt with BS. And then your partner get up. Your partner gets up. Your girlfriend gets up. Your co-worker get up. They come up with plans. They come up with strategies. They come up with systems to get out their situations, and you hate. You mad. You're jealous. Because you didn't come up with the system to get out of your situation. It ain't because you ain't had the same 24 hours they did. You got them. You got the same 24 hours. You got the same 7 days out of the week they got. And instead of you trying to figure out a way to get out of your situation, you stayed in your situation and complained and bitched and moaned about your situation, begging for a handout. Begging for a handout, pleading for somebody to give you something because you too lazy to go get it for yourself. Too lazy to go get it for yourself. And then want to make the people that go get it feel some type of way because you don't want to go get it. I'm supposed to pay for your bullshit. I'm supposed to create something to better my situation and give you the profit. Because you don't want to create a system to get out of your situation. Ladies and gentlemen, we would never have empires with this mindset. We would never have empires with this mindset. All we're going to do is create bills, create trauma, create drama, create stress, and pass it on down to the generation behind us. We ain't gonna be able to pass nothing to any of our loved ones. No generational wealth, nothing. If we don't get up off our ass and do something. We can't do nothing for the generation that's behind us if we don't do nothing for ourselves first. If we don't do nothing to help them out, we part of the problem. We're part of the problem. You so worried about what you getting, you ain't worried about what your kids getting, you ain't worried about what your grandkids getting, you ain't worried about what your great grandkids getting, you ain't worried about them, you worried about you. And you ain't even trying to get yours right so you can get anything for you. Well, I've been up here long enough. I think the it welcome to Dairy come on 8 o'clock my time, so I'm finna go and get off. My wife just finished frying some chicken to get hold of before it get cold. I don't know what else she put with it. Y'all have to pardon all the noise y'all heard. My grandson, he been cranky all weekend. I don't know why. Um, my mom-in-law was over here. My wife were talking. Yeah. So it was a lot of things going on in the background, but I ain't finna tell nobody to shut up on my end. It's like, eh. I decided to go on at 6 o'clock on the Sunday when I know everybody gonna be over here. So can't complain about it. So anyway, I'm finna get up off here. I hope y'all enjoyed where we going with this. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? I just had to get this out the way, you know, and it is what it is. But yeah, we building the foundation. I'll get up with y'all good people later.